I'm a huge believer in 2024 new golf clubs are far too expensive. So should you buy second-hand golf clubs, should you find cut price golf clubs, and should you potentially go and find the best budget golf clubs of 2024? Well, interestingly enough, I have a set of golf clubs that in 2014, so 10 years ago, would cost you £1,300, $1,500 to be precise. Now I've got them for a cut price. In today's video, we're going to test them, we're going to review them as though they're a brand new set of clubs, and we're going to see just how good they could potentially be. Forget this, let me show you. Let me show you how much these cost, because you won't believe it. On the 6-iron from Golf Clubs for Cash, £275. So these have lost over £1,000 in value, and you can get them secondhand still in pretty good condition. So let's kick things off here on the par 3, because it's important to me that you know how far the clubs go. It's important that they offer you the forgiveness you want, they offer you the budget that you want, but they also offer you the enjoyment that you want as well. Funny story about these clubs, they are in fact the first ever forged irons Ping made. So that's why they were so expensive. There was a kind of range of Answer clubs, wasn't there? Answer is obviously the famous putter style, and that's where that kind of came from. We have 141 yards playing 146 yards. So I'm going to go with a little 9-iron here, because these things, they're not exactly the strongest lofted iron, but not exactly traditionally lofted either to say they are 10 years old. Let's send a couple in here. Let's see, first of all, how they feel and perform. And we'll talk numbers a bit later on as well. So, a little draw into that flag would be nice. Oh, look at that. Bobby, look at that. Turf interaction wise, that's everything I want from this kind of shot. That was really, really nice. I think it's going to be close to the flag, so much so I'm going to hit a couple more, because when you're testing golf clubs, for me, consistency is key. How far has it gone? Where's it gone? What's the dispersion like? What's the front to back dispersion like? And of course, how did it feel? How did it make you feel? And how did it make your wallet feel? Because that's a different thing as well. So we will go again, and we will. Pardon? No, it's middle at green. It is. It is. It's middle at green, that. That's another one. And they do feel so soft as well. I'm just taking a nice kick up there. One more. And we're going to talk throughout the bag as well. So we're going to talk medium and long irons as well as these nice 9-irons. How good is that? How good is that? 275 quid. Let's get down there. Let's see where they finished. Right, me and Bobby had an argument on the first one. I thought it was good. Bobby didn't think it was good, evidently. Yeah. Imagine that. You're not getting out of there, are you? I don't know what happened there. I felt like I hit it good. Maybe the forgiveness isn't as maybe good as kind of modern day 10 years newer clubs, but the other two, very, very good. Both flag high, both birdie opportunities, very happy with that. Would you take a drop there, or would you go for it? Go for it. Yeah, but it's like a wrist breaker, isn't it? Have you seen this? It's buried. I mean, you'd go that way though, wouldn't you? And just there. It's probably as good as you're doing. Okay, so moving into the long irons for these golf clubs, I will get a tech sheet out and see exactly what Ping's design were for these Answer irons. You can see we have that nice perimeter weighting. There's loads of offset on here as well, more offset than, to be honest, I thought there would be for clubs like this. They were a bit more of a kind of players style club. Nice big toe there with the number on the toe as well. A nice fairly thick top line, so at least you know what club you're hitting even when you look down at it. If that's a thing, then yeah. Right, how forgiving is it and how versatile is it? This is a 4-iron. The offset for me really does feel like I can maybe just get that kind of moving right to left. I've hit that a little bit duffy, it's still come out quite nicely, and that's running down that left hand side. So forgiveness wise, turf interaction I'm quite happy with. Let's try and get a little higher one. There we go. That's the strike that I want, a nice kind of high fade, just moving towards the corner nicely, and felt like, to be honest, a nice forged feeling head. Again, nice turf interaction. Did Lee Westwood use these? You'll know, surely.
Why would I know?
Biggest fan, are you? So strange. Anyway, yeah, I feel like a lot of the world's best Ping players did use these at the time as well, but can we play a nice draw? It's not a draw, but it's like everything you want from a golf shot, isn't it? And for irons this old, like 10 years old, to still perform like this and still feel pretty good, for 275 quid, I must admit I'm really happy so far with them. This is of course part of my mystery box series, which we're halfway through filming, but we got slowed down, so we're now doing this. But build a bag, 500 quid. That driver, wedges, putter, 3-wood, 500 quid. 275 quid for these irons. You'd be annoyed if you bought them new, wouldn't you? And then came to, but 10 years is 10 years, isn't it? Okay, we now have a 107 yard shot, playing 110 with slope. And these irons actually feature a very, very interesting technological advancement, like it was back in the day. So the short irons actually have smaller heads. The longer irons do feature bigger, more forgiving heads. I think that's really interesting. We haven't really seen that much in modern day clubs. People generally just go split set instead. A lot of the reviews that I've just read online from 2014, when they go for the negatives, they say there pretty much aren't any. If you're a good player and you want a kind of nice forgiving player's club, these are pretty much perfect. The one negative they do go for is the price, £1,300. It was very expensive. So I would usually hit a full pitching wedge around 130 yards. We've got 170. I want to land this about 100, let it release out. Can we play that shot with these clubs? Are they still nice and versatile? That felt really nice. It's launched nice and high. It's not gone left on the line goal. That's running up quite nicely to that flag as I want it to. And again, we have that nice turf interaction. Feel wise again, feels really nice and soft. Carbon copy. Certainly, what I like about that is look at that, Bobby. We are getting the not the lie angle, we're getting the landing angle that we want together with a little bit of spin for the control. So you're getting pretty much everything you want. I'll say the price again, 275 quid. I'm peeling them off, aren't I? If they've gone the right distance and none of them have kind of flown on me, these could be a really, really good starting point if you're wanting a set of golf clubs for sub £300. Because what can you get for that? Nothing. Bum, bum, bum. Okay guys, and the really interesting thing about these irons is I don't feel like they've lost any performance whatsoever from that over £1,000 price tag that they were. You can see here I've got a green set up at 170 yards, and realistically, if I can hit a couple of pretty good golf shots here, you see the spin's quite low, but even with a bit of a misstrike, it's still carrying 160 yards, still releasing up there to that flag at 167 yards. A 7-iron for me is always around 165 yard club. So depending on the amount of forgiveness we do get for that money, I really feel like these could be a fantastic option. Let's try and have a slightly better swing here, try and get that strike a bit more like that. So you can see spins jumped up there, I've struck it a lot better. That should carry around 160 odd, 168 carry towards that flag, 173 total. So things are already starting to look up with a better golf swing here. We all know that if you produce a better golf swing, you're going to play better golf. The irons don't really matter whatsoever, but these do feel really good as well. You've seen with the dispersion on the opening few shots that it's actually quite impressive, and it just keeps performing time after time. 5,500 spin that time, and again that's carrying 170, 172 total. So we're really starting to hit the shots that I would want to hit with any kind of golf club. I've tried to kind of review these as though they are brand new. And to be honest, if I spent the money on these brand new, I'd be a bit, I don't know, you don't want your stuff to lose money, do you? But if you go and get them from clubs for cash at like 200 odd quid, then really, I think that really telly. How's that one going to do? If that carries more than 150, I'll be shocked. 155. 155 for a club where I've pretty much missed the grooves there. You can tell with the replay, not my best stuff. But for the money, I think these could be the best clubs of 2024. Yes, you heard that right, 2024, not 2014. I'll leave you on this one, because that is ridiculous. 6.3 spin, carrying 170 for 270 quid. And that is the result I was hoping for. 2 flag high, really, really nice efforts at shots. And to be honest, I wish I would have played that on my mystery box challenge, because I didn't hit a shot anything like that with the tailor-made wedge. But Rob's just said a really interesting point, or Bobby has just said a very interesting point. He doesn't know anybody with ping golf clubs that wasn't fitted. That's a negative in this regard, but then for £275, can you go and get fitted retrospectively? Maybe, but then you might charge you money on shafts, on alterations, on things like that. So if you're shopping for this budget, maybe club fitting just isn't for you yet. But again, for sub £300, voila. And so really, I have to take my hats off to all you guys who are in the market for that second-hand value, that second-hand amazing set of clubs for the money. We've got 165 yards here, playing 174. Can we get this 6-iron close to that flag? It's a difficult shot to go at. But I feel like these clubs, certainly when you get down into the ball, you get that nice strike. I've pulled that a bit, but it's flag high on the left. And the reason why I know this shot is because, what happened, Rob, in the mystery box challenge? Can you remember? Nope. No, Bob doesn't remember. Right. The consistency of these clubs is really good, especially for that money. Oh, that could be all over it, Rob, couldn't it? Look at that. Guys, if you've enjoyed this, smash that subscribe button. If you want a good set of second-hand golf clubs, make sure you check out the guys at Clubs for Cash in the description below. Leave it at that one. There's another one for you, Bobby. I'll leave you on them. Oh my God. Oh my God. I think they're probably a little bit long, to be honest, because there's a downslope the other side of the bunker, especially the second one. I think the second one's landed close and then run on. It's very easy to hit. I kind of feel like I'm thinking about swing thoughts now, I'm just hitting them. And it's a long way that for me, like 164 playing into a bit of wind as well. It's a good shot to pitch it up there, isn't it? Told you. I mean, you're taking that all day, though, aren't you? All day.